GI Combat number 3, written by J.T. Kroll, art by Ariel Olivetti. This is the War the Time Forgot Part 3, and I'm going to try to keep it short because it is actually literally only half an issue. So we open up on a flashback of, or maybe a flash forward even, but I think flashback of Elliot coming in to his wife holding a dog saying like, hey, I found this dog at the grocery store. It doesn't have a collar. Can we keep it? And the wife's like, it's disgusting and gross. No. And they're like, well, what if we wash it? And just wants to give him a chance. So then we cut back to Elliot as he comes across a group of tiny little carnivorous dinosaurs, and they're all eating like a little mouse, and he just steps up and he's like, hey, little guys, don't mind me, and he goes to pet one of them. He's like, see, you guys aren't so bad. To which then Stevens comes in and just like, Elliot, what are you doing? They're dinosaurs, man. And he's like, yeah, they're not so bad, though. You don't have to shoot at them. And he's just like, dude, did you forget the T-Rex thing like 20 minutes ago? But regardless, they're like, all right, look, we got to make a plan. So they pull out a map and they're like, we are 8 clicks from shore. We got to head straight across this valley and we should be able to get over there, and then we'll be able to find a carrier that's waiting off the coast. And the North Korean guy that they're with is just like, hey, what about me? What am I supposed to do? And he's like, look, our countries aren't at war. If we explain the situation, like, you'll be allowed on the ship, and then from there, we'll figure it out. I'm just looking at one crisis at a time here. So they make their way through, and then they see, wait a minute, hold on. Something's up ahead. And they come across this giant, still carnivorous, long-necked dinosaur that starts charging after them. Elliot unloads a couple of shots on him, and they try running their way through the woods, and they get ambushed by a whole pack of them. So they're trying to figure out, all right, what do we got? And he's like, I still got the one grenade. Do it. And they toss the grenade back. It ends up killing one of them. A couple others are still on their tail. One goes after the North Korean guy who only has a pistol, which does nothing, and therefore this guy is eaten pretty much immediately. Elliot runs up, blasts a hole in one of their necks, and it's just like, all right, this is my last magazine. Better make it count. And he doesn't, really. The dinosaur's still attacking him. And he manages to get the gun jammed into the dinosaur's mouth, to which Stevens comes up. And I keep on mixing up their names. I don't know why. It's just neither of them really feel like either of their names. Anyway, Stevens comes up and he's like, here's the deal. I'm out of bullets too, but I got a knife, so I'm far from out. And he stabs the dinosaur in the mouth, or in the neck, which does nothing, but it does manage to get Elliot out of the dinosaur's grip. And then they're on a cliff edge, and Stevens is still riding the dinosaur as the cliff starts collapsing. And Elliot's like, jump off, man, what are you doing? But he doesn't get off in time, and both the dinosaur and Stevens seemingly fall to their death. The end. Okay, it's fine. It's good. It still feels weird to rate these at all, considering how short they are, but for this one, I would say it's probably if I'm scaling up for size, I would say 6. If I'm taking size into account, I'd probably rate it a little bit lower. Like if I treated this as if it were a full comic issue, it'd be a little bit lower than a 6. On its own, taking into account that it's telling a story over multiple parts, I'd give it a 6. Just because, one, it doesn't feel like it's really doing much of anything. It feels like it's just, okay, we're going to take 3 steps and then a dinosaur is going to attack. And we're just going to do that for 6 issues. That being said, I am enjoying the brief bits of characterization we get in the intro scenes that then carry over into the issue themselves. I'm enjoying that. I think that's a good storytelling point. Art-wise, still have some issues with the backgrounds. It feels very computer generated compared to the paint style of the characters themselves. It's got a bit of a whiplash for me. Maybe that's just me, but it doesn't hit right. So overall, 6 for it, and I'm sure we will get more dinosaurs next time.